Scrapbookers. This is Megan, and I am back today with a brand new layout for the scrapbooking store. So this layout is an Easter themed layout, and I had so much fun making this layout. I had no idea what I was going to be doing when I first sat down to make it, but I quickly got an idea of how I wanted it to go and what I wanted to do. Okay, now here I am going through all of the papers that came in my scrapbooking store kit. And like I said, this is for the month of April, so it is Easter themed. And I love the color purple. And the photos that I have, Lorelai, which is my girlfriend's daughter, she is wearing a purple coat, which of course I picked out for her, and she absolutely loves it, and it's my most favorite thing. But so she's wearing a purple coat, so I just knew when I saw all the purple in this collection that like I was definitely going to use a purple background for this photo. Or these photos. So we went to it was a community egg hunt, and we were late. So when we got there, we just barely had enough time to find a spot to stand before everybody started like running to get the eggs. So what happened was we actually were in the wrong area for our kids' age group. The older kids found their age groups by themselves, but the twins, we like could not find their age group. So we just went to the first group that we saw that had the younger kids. And it was actually, I think, like the baby group. So I felt kind of bad that the twins, who are 4.5, almost 5, that they took eggs away from like toddlers, like actual little 2-year-old toddlers. I think it was like the 6-month to 2-year-old group or something like that. And then they had a 2 to 4 group, but they didn't make it very well known where the groups were. And we got there late, so it was a little our fault as well. Anyway, all of that to say, here you can see I have matted the photo. I really liked this pink paper, but I also liked the yellow that was on the back of it. And so I decided to do yellow first and then pink. And then I decide, and I've never done this before, I decided to use my Distress Oxides as the inking, to ink the edge. Sorry. Total brain fart there. And in the end, I did not like that because it gets everywhere. Like it just started coming off on the papers, and I didn't know that Distress Oxides do that. Like I'm not really familiar with Distress Oxides. I have them in my stash and I don't really use them. And I just thought they were like regular ink pads. Well, they are not. They stay on top of the paper, and so they don't really like dry into the paper or anything like that. So I was a little bummed when I started noticing the ink was coming off on my hands and then also on some of the papers. So it looks okay though, and I'm going to keep going on. So I start embellishing. This is what my photo setup is going to look like on the layout. I really like the group photo of the two of the twins together and then each of them on the sides. I'm going to use this little banner piece as a shelf for the photos to sit on. And then I'm also going to use this cute little egg banner that was on one of the pattern papers. Then I'm going to use this ink. I believe it's called, oh goodness, what is it called? I want to say Bashful. And that's from Close to My Heart. So I'm going to ink the edges on that. And then that's when I decide, I don't really like the gray look. So I'm going to add some of this pink. And you could kind of see it. But as you can see on my ink pad, there's like gray all over the ink pad now. And I was like, oh, Okay, well, that's not fun. So then I'm going to decide to take a wet wipe, a baby wipe, whatever you want to call them, and take the gray off of the edges. Well, that doesn't work out the greatest, so I'm going to start over. I'm just going to pull the back, the matting, the photo mats off of the photos. And I'm going to start with just pink. And we're going to just go with pink. So here is where I'm kind of like, oh, this is not working. I don't like this. And so I'm going to kind of fidget a little bit with everything else. And then here you go. That's where I decide, okay, I'm done with the yellow and the pink. I ruined it. Heaven forbid I try something new and it doesn't work out. I mean, that's not normal, right? So then I just have this little square piece left. And so I'm going to just do the pink matte on the photos. And I do find another piece that I can bring in here. This works just perfect for Lorelai's photo. And then Max's photo is the one that I'm like, well, crap. Now I'm going to have to like piece things together. Then I decide I don't like that. And so I'm just going to use part of this ruined pink piece of paper. And I'm going to cut off all the edges with the gray on it. And it works out really well. So I was glad that I was able to salvage that one piece. So now here I'm going to use this Bashful ink, and you can barely tell that it's there, but it's like satisfying enough because it's probably the same color as the paper, maybe a little bit lighter, so it does kind of pop. So now here I'm like thinking, okay, what else am I going to do? I know I need to start doing embellishing and things, but I'm just kind of feeling like there's not enough. And so I realize that I have this tissue paper sitting right next to my desk right now because it doesn't have a spot in my craft room yet. And so I decided to pull apart 3 different pieces from this tissue paper. And this works out really, really well. Sorry, my alarm to get ready for work is going off right now. So I really love how that turns out. And I'm just happy. I'm so happy with it. So now I'm going to do a smaller piece for the middle. And I'm still thinking I'm going to have the photos right next to each other. But then this is where I'm like, I'm going to start gluing it down, and then I'm going to spread the photos out. And I actually really, really love how this turns out because there's room in between each of the photos to see the white sparkly tissue paper. And then it creates some texture as well on the layout. So I really love how this turns out, and I'm so happy with it. I think I'm going to cut out a little bit of this gluing down because it takes forever and it's not fun. Okay, so now I am just gluing the last little bit of the longer piece down, and then I'm going to glue the photo down. And the reason I made the mat on that photo longer was because I'm going to do my journaling on that photo, and I'm not going to do very much journaling. I'm just going to say, I don't even know what I'm going to say. Like, they had fun doing the Easter egg hunt, even though we were with 2-year-olds instead of 4-year-olds, maybe, or something like that. So now here I'm just going to start pulling out some of the chipboard pieces that came in the kit. The chipboard pieces are part of the upgrade kit, I believe. So the chipboard pieces, and then also we have the sticker sheet that I use to embellish, and the other 2 pieces that came in the upgrade kit I decided not to use on this layout, so I will use them on a different layout. But you will see a photo of the whole kit. The paper kit with the stickers are the main kit, and then the 3 extra pieces are the the upgrade kit. And those usually are the embellishments, or if we include an alpha, it goes in the embellishment kit upgrade. I apologize as well about the zooming in and out. I thought I had fixed that issue, so apparently it's going to be something that I have to check with every video. So I apologize. I did not realize that it was doing the focus and unfocus. So now I'm just gluing all of these embellishments down with my, what are those called? Zots, I think. And those work really well until they don't. And then I decide to pull out my Nuvo glue, and I'm going to use that. I will come back the next day. So today that I'm recording the voiceover, I decided to take a break because I couldn't think of a title that I really wanted to do. So I went to the Scrapbooking Store Kit Club group on Facebook, and I asked people, okay, I need help with naming this layout. Like, what should I name it? And I got a lot of different great ideas. Excellent egg hunt, or exciting egg hunt, and just lots of different ideas. One of them was, I think it was something like a chili egg hunt or something like that. And so I decided to do that as my title. And so that's going to come up here in just a minute. So I decided to pull out this white, sparkly, glittery, thicker set. And that is named, let's see, this alpha is called Shoebox by American Crafts. And it is I wanted a big font, and so it was a really good size for the area that I had. So at first I'm thinking about doing a chili egg hunt, but with the 3 different photos, the word A just didn't fit right, and it wasn't pleasing to the eye after I finished the whole chili egg hunt part. So I decided to take off the word A, and the title is just going to be Chili Egg Hunt. Not anything super exciting or crazy. That's okay with me. I like the matter of fact titles. They don't have to be, like cute and froofy and all of that. So I just like to know what's going on in the layout and in the photos. So because we had an early Easter this year and it was in March, it was a lot colder of an Easter day. So, and this was actually the day before Easter because nobody wants to actually be doing all of this stuff the day of Easter, right? So I will have a couple more Easter layouts that I will make for you guys that will kind of show you our Easter celebration. Rachel and I hung out at the house with Ashley and the kids, and we did Easter baskets, and then we colored eggs, and then we did a little egg hunt for the kids. So it was a really fun holiday for us, very laid back, just chill. And that's the way that Ash and I love to do things as a family. So it was really fun to be able to do that and include Rachel. So that is it for this layout. I am just going to spend probably the next 20 minutes putting all of these letters down. So I'm not going to have you watch that, but I hope that you enjoyed this layout. I do add in here in just a minute some Nuvo, what are they called? Hold on. It's called Nuvo Drops, Nuvo Crystal Drops. And I have been going through a lot of stuff this last year of me being in my apartment and everything now after being in the house, and I found these crystal drops from Nuvo, and I want to start including them into my layouts more. So I am going to use them as sequins or enamel dots, how I would use those. So I add those here in quite a few places. I'm gonna do the purple color and then the yellow color. Let me grab them and see what they are actually called. So the purple color is called Sweet Lilac, and the yellow color is called Dandelion Yellow. And these are from Nuvo, and they are old. I probably bought these like 5 years ago, if not more than that. So they last for a pretty good long time. I did have to do a little bit of like cleaning out of the jars and stuff because they did kind of dry up in the tip and stuff. So I had to clean that out. But there you go. And I hope that you enjoyed watching this layout. Make sure to follow along this month with me. I plan on doing one video a day, and I hope that you are enjoying this 10 years of Crafty Meggy on YouTube celebration. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.